Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So we've got earnings coming up for three of our Magnificent Seven today after market closes. So I thought we'd take a look at them and kind of see what they're looking like. And we're going to start with Meta. So Meta has earnings coming up tomorrow after market closes here, Wednesday the 29th. They've had really good earnings for the past three earning reports. No issues here. The only thing I can say about Meta right now is that it's in consolidation, which a lot of stocks are in consolidation. And sometimes the consolidation is so wide, you guys may not even notice that the stock is in consolidation. And consolidation just means that it's trading in a price range. It could be a tight one, it could be a wide one. This is actually a pretty wide one, but it could be either or, but it's that it's trading in a range. Um, this is a trending stock, trending up. This is it trending down. This is it range trading or consolidation, just so you know. Um, it's not that far from its all-time high, to be honest. Like 40 bucks, roughly 40, 45 bucks from its all-time high. Depending on earnings, we could see, like we saw here, a gap up. So we could see a gap up to make a new all-time high. We've had several of our other Magnificent Seven make new all time highs not that long ago, within the last week or so. So, I mean, Meta may run up and have a new all time high. And I gave you a couple of levels above there to look out for. Now, I always talk about psychological levels, and so those are in play as well. So, your 800, um, 820, 840, 860, 880, 900. All of those are psychological levels that you want to pay attention to as well. But I gave you one kind of close and then one a little bit further away. But as of right now, this stock looks like it's strong in an uptrend. I don't necessarily see any breaking down as of right now. So earnings could potentially have it move up or move down. Um, and it could be a crapshoot. If you saw Tesla's earnings last week, it actually fell and then completely recovered and went off to do great things that Tesla does in the stock market. So, so just because something falls doesn't mean it's going to stay down, and just because something runs up doesn't mean it's going to stay up. So I don't typically trade earnings because I feel it's a crapshoot. You never know who's gonna say what that can make this go up or down. So I choose not to trade. But I figure at least, you know, go over this with you guys so you can have a look at it and maybe somebody will trade it, just not me. So, like I said, we're in a strong uptrend. I don't see any breaking down of this stock at this moment. But earnings, it could wick up, come down, it could wick down, go up. But hopefully, it will push us out of this consolidation. The next one we want to look at is who is this? Google. Now there's Goog and Google with the L. As far as what we're doing, they're the same. Um, because we're just looking at price. Once again, Google is in consolidation. We've been here since September 15th, 2025. Once again, sometimes you don't realize it because this is the daily chart. Sometimes you don't realize it, but you just got to look and kind of pay attention. So, I mean, it's a nice range. So we just do our little thing. We broke out here on Friday, October 24th, um, made some higher highs. This is our all-time high as of right now. I gave you a couple levels above of where price could go. Just like Meta, Google, Google, however you want to say it, it's in a strong uptrend. I don't see anything that's breaking down anytime soon. It's in a pretty strong uptrend, so earnings could potentially have it push up higher. Um, That's literally what I'm seeing here. So And I'm not saying we are pushing up higher. I'm saying we can. There is room. There's always room to go higher. If you listen to any of my videos, stock market is designed to go up. There's always room to go higher. There is never a such thing as too high. Does it need to cool off every now and then and give us a little pullback like we kind of got right here? Absolutely. Does it need to give us a bigger pullback like it did here? Absolutely. But it's never too high. That's what the market is designed to do. So Google is looking to go up as well. It's on a strong uptrend unless something out of our control happens. This stock is going up along with Meta. And then we have Microsoft is our next one. Same thing. It kind of broke out, but it did trade in this consolidation and it broke out again. It's so close to all time high. I'm having a hard time believe it's not going to go up there and test the all time high and break through. One of the things I particularly tell you is if we break through, um, we will more than likely continue to run up a little bit. So if we break through, we're probably going to continue to go up a little bit more before it comes down. Now, it may give you a little pullback, but it should just keep going up for a little bit more. But like I said, you could get a pullback. But this is Microsoft. Second here. I want to give you some levels. Oh, there we go. So I gave you a couple of levels above for Microsoft where it could potentially go. Once again, when I look at this, these are all in a strong uptrend. I don't see any signs as of right now as of breaking down, but don't forget we have FMOC meeting minutes tomorrow around 2 p.m. If they decide to not do a rate cut, this could bring the whole market down, not just these couple stocks here. So that could be an issue geopolitically. It's got to be something big. It can't just be something like ordinary. It's got to be something big to kind of turn these guys around. But as of right now, they're in a strong uptrend. All three of them. So there's no reason why we would not potentially get an up move. But once again, think of earnings. Everything has to be said perfectly. Nobody can make a bleep or blunder if the market senses something they don't like or if the CEO says something they don't particularly like. So it's a real touchy subject and they may react. But once again, just because they react, it doesn't mean it's going to stay down and or stay up. But overall, the market is in an uptrend, at least for these three tickers, which have earnings today. And I'm not saying they're going up or down. I'm just telling you that they're in a strong uptrend. So the potential is they can still go up. But we have other outliers that could be an issue. So those are three. We have been in consolidation. A lot of the market has been in consolidation. It has pushed out of it. And we just need to see if it's going to keep going. So hopefully this was just helpful in looking at the different tickers, understanding where we are. Um, I will advise you of one more thing. Be very careful trading short dated expirations for earnings. They can make you a lot of money, but they can also lose you some money as well. If you're trading options, you can only lose the amount that you put in. But if you're actually trying to short you or even trade futures, you could potentially lose more money than you invested. So be very careful with short dated contracts trying to trade earnings because and sometimes you can be on the right side and it still end up with the loss because of what's called IV crush. And so I'll make a whole different video on IV Crush. But if that's ever happened to you, you've tried to trade earnings, it went in your direction, and you still ended up in the red, it was probably IV Crush that killed you. So be very careful. Short dated option contracts for earnings. All right, guys, that's my time. You guys be safe out there, and I will talk to you later.